Illicit finance and suspicious wealth costs the UK economy billions of pounds each year, and in some cases it damages the rule of law. I'm John Heathershaw, and with the ESRC-funded Countering Kleptocracy project team, we sought to understand the flow of illicit wealth into the UK and what government and policymakers can do to control it. Our work has focused on illicit finance to the UK from kleptocratic states, that is countries where systematic corruption and state-sanctioned misappropriation of national wealth is rife. Since 2012, our team has conducted analysis of online data, analysed court documents and financial records, and conducted fieldwork-based studies, including observing legal cases. This allowed us to generate databases of transnational money laundering, such as that of property purchases in the UK. Our research has provided evidence of how money laundering and reputation laundering, such as through gifts to charities, universities, political parties, and legal actions and public relations, are enabled by British financial and legal services. Since 2016, the government has sought to reform the system by introducing various anti-corruption measures, and our research has been used to inform the policy behind those changes. James Nixie is from the Russia and Eurasia programme at the Royal Institute for International Affairs, Chatham House. James worked with our team on a Chatham House report, the UK's Kleptocracy Problem, which was published in 2021.
I can't honestly say that it's the most read report I have ever been involved with, but it's probably been the most picked up at higher levels. Foreign secretaries, shadow foreign secretaries, senior people in Whitehall, in the press, it can genuinely be shown to have shifted policy. Not as much as we would like, but certainly quite some way from where we were when it was even published, in fact.
Our report on unexplained wealth orders was presented in Parliament in March 2022. This report was provided to the Bill team and informed the partial reform of unexplained wealth orders in the Economic Crime Act, which was given royal assent in April 2022. We are also informing a second economic crime bill currently before Parliament through our membership of the UK Anti-Corruption Coalition.
The work that John and his team have done was absolutely vital for us, for the Illicit Finance Working Group. The report was published before the invasion of Ukraine. And so when parliamentary allies were getting riled up about this and recognised that kleptocrats and oligarchs were using London as a hub for their dirty money, we were able to point to bodies of work such as John's in our advocacy for both economic crime bills, Economic Crime Bill 1 and Economic Crime Bill 2, which is just about having the royal assent this year. We were able to push for some real legal changes, specifically around strategic lawsuits against public participation, which are specific lawsuits which are used by kleptocrats and oligarchs, very wealthy people, to stifle people like investigative journalists, civil society organisations and academics.
Our evidence to the Public Bill Committee on the Higher Education Bill in September 2021 and our briefing to Jessie Norman MP also led to the tabling of an amendment in January 2022 to make universities publish details of their foreign donations. Our team member, Tenna Prelets, was deeply involved in our work on gifts to universities.
The figures at our disposal are scarce in this case, but we do know that there has been a threefold increase over the past 10 years in private donations to universities. Now, we can say that this marketization of the university sector has brought, therefore, a heightened risk in terms of reputation laundering, and even sometimes risks to academic freedom, because it might end up shaping what scholars can or cannot talk and write about.
Historically, professionals who enable kleptocrats to move or hide their money have not often been prosecuted, which makes the UK's economy vulnerable to the proceeds of crime. But the evidence we brought to light on our influence on policy has created an opportunity to create new practices and frameworks to make the UK less vulnerable to illicit finance.